You're watching Travel World Online.
Travel World Online team had an interview with Mr. Karim Makhlouf, Chief Commercial Officer, CCO of Royal Jordanian Airlines. Here's what he said.
So for Jordan, we have the beautiful opportunity to develop Jordan as a new trendy tourism destination for the entire world. Yeah? So we are focusing now on tourists from the US and Canada, from Europe, from Africa, and from Asia. Yeah? Being India the first, I'm going to open China most probably in December, Beijing, as the next big Asian destination as such. So in a nutshell, carrier of choice for the Levant and tourism strategy into Jordan makes us relatively safe to grow with the current environment and with the competing Gulf carriers. So we are de facto in a beautiful niche situation.
Because, this ongoing conflict in this region has created uncertainty for many. How has the current situation affected Royal Jordanian Airlines?
Well, Royal Jordanian was the only airline which was constantly. So we are really very happy that in coordination with our head of the army, we managed to get specific air traffic navigation possibilities in order to keep the airline constantly flying. So we never canceled as such any day since the conflict. Of course, in March and April, we were a bit affected because of the closure of the Gulf destination. This led to a reduction in capacity of around 25 to 30%. But in the meantime, as May, we are back on track and we are flying 100%. And I'm even expanding now, using the opportunity that we are the only constant flying airline to Jordan and, of course, giving connectivity via Jordan. So with Royal Jordanian, you are always safe to fly because we never canceled.
During this tough time, lots of airlines are having tough time, while Royal Jordanian delivered a strong performance in 2025. What were the key drivers for this growth?
The key driver since I'm here, since 5 years in restructuring and growing the airline, is productivity. So I managed to increase the flying of our aircraft by around 1.5 hours per day, on a fleet of 40 aircraft. And I increased the year-round seat load factor to 81.5%. This used to be like 73, 74% in Royal Jordanian. So these are the main driver for efficiency improvement. And efficiency is the key in our business because our assets are very expensive, let's say. So you have to make sure that the things are flying and you fill it. So of course, I changed the entire commercial strategy, marketing strategy, even on the cargo side, so that the revenue reached record levels in 2025 for the first time in 65 years. And the growth story is working. And of course, growing an airline and making it profitable is not so easy. And I'm very proud of the entire RJ team that the strategies were really implemented in a record time.
So Anil Sharma, if you remember, we had also done a release on this where we said
yes,
Royal Jordanian was Mr. Karim. We in fact the release that we took out 2 months back, we got a very popular and good response for that because the media was very happy that the airline has done well, and we are probably the only one who did not shut operations during the peak and the toughest time. So I hope, Mr. Sharma, your next question is one based on our performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I asked him, the key drivers of the growth. The next is Royal Jordanian is investing significantly in new aircraft and next generation aircraft.
Yeah.
Are their markets become commercial viable? Because, and because of the new generation aircraft, Royal Jordanian operates between some of the world's biggest aviation hubs. How do you compete for connecting passengers against carriers operating through Dubai, Doha, Abu Dhabi, and Istanbul?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm very happy that now in the meantime, since maybe 1 year, we have the youngest fleet in the region. The average age of our aircraft is now 3.5 years. So we are really a boutique airline with brand new aircraft representing a boutique destination. We have brand new A320neo family, where we took the 320 and the 321 neos. And we have the E2. We were the launch customer, which is the most economic narrow body aircraft. On the E2, we have 119 seats with a business class and a dual class. Now, on the wide body side, we introduced the 787-9, which is one of the most fuel efficient long haul aircrafts, especially on routes like 13, 14 hours. So the fleet is now perfect in order to reduce our operating cost. And this is the base of our strong growth. Yeah? So we opened Dallas, we opened Washington, we will open Miami next year. I'm opening China. This is all based now on a modernized fleet. In terms of regional aircraft, this gives us high connectivity. So Levant hub in Amman means instead of flying 2 times with the A320, I can now fly maybe 3 or 4 times a day with the E2, right? And places like Baghdad or Beirut, we have 4 times a day with superb connectivity through Amman. And this makes us the carrier of choice because of seamless connectivity. So for the Levant, definitely within 3 hours, we are very, very competitive now with our schedule and with our hub. As well for North Africa. So we were the first one opening Libya. We have 3 destinations, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, places which are really important to avoid competition and to find the right places. Now, in terms of global connectivity, we are a proud member of One World. Next year, we are celebrating 20 years One World. Royal Jordanian was the first One World carrier in the Middle East. And obviously, through the One World, overall, One World is connecting to 1,000 destinations globally. And for us, the US market is super important with our friends and partners from American Airlines, where through Dallas, the 4th largest airport in the world, and through Chicago, we are connecting to over 145 destinations in North and South America. And that's, of course, a huge competitive advantage to bring people from North and South America to the Levant region, not just to Jordan. And that makes us quite strong. And of course, the 787 operation is kind of the heart of the airline, and that's very robust. And we have now 5 direct destinations to the US, 2 to Canada, and we are adding next year, hopefully Miami as the 6th one, and further increasing capacity into Canada as such. So that's, I would say, the One World helps us enormously here. I can't hear you.
Mr. Sharma, we can't hear you. You're on mute, I think.
Yeah, India is one of the world's fastest growing aviation market. Do you see India primarily Delhi, Jordan, or you're planning larger opportunity to carry Indian travelers across globe, Europe, North America, and other international through Oman? What's your target?
I think India is already overcrowded with global connectivity capacity. I mean, if we are honest, then all the Gulf carriers are primarily carrying connecting traffic via the Gulf hubs into the world. I see as well Air India and Indigo strengthening day by day and taking care as well of connectivity. So my target is primarily to position Jordan as a cool, trendy, new tourism destination for the Indian markets. So I'm really after tourism and after point-to-point traffic. That's the main intention for connecting India to Jordan. Of course, we are compensating right now the drops here and there in tourism due to the geopolitical situation with connecting traffic. I mean, that's why we have a hub. But on the long scale and midterm scale, I'm not after India to US or India to Europe. I'm after Indian tourists into Jordan because Jordan is so unique for Indians. You don't need a visa. You get visa on arrival. If you do packages, it costs nothing. And it's just 4.5, 5 hours away. So And India and Jordan has a variety of nature. So in principle, it's a mix of Middle East, Europe, and be it greenery mountains, be it the desert, be it the lowest point on earth, the Dead Sea, or the Red Sea. So you have a variety in a very small country, which is perfect for the Indian market as such. That's why tourism is for me key, and that's why we developed Explore Jordan as our main tourism brand to drive in the future tourists, not just out of India, but out of the whole world into Jordan.
See, I'm sure Jordan can be...
Mr. Sharma, I would like to intervene here. I think also when Mr. Karim came to India and under his vision and his leadership, they have been really promoting Explore Jordan, which is the campaign which says that, come to Jordan and fly Royal Jordanian for Jordan. Even in our press releases and Explore Jordan campaigns, we have emphasized for Indians to travel to Jordan and consider Royal Jordanian as an airline to fly to Jordan, and a very little part of it too for beyond Jordan, because the primary objective was a national carrier is to promote Jordan. And this narrative has really changed in last 1 year because of the kind of press release and the media interviews Mr. Karim has been giving, emphasizing on the Explore Jordan. There is an Explore Jordan website. We can go over there, study about it, and also book through the program.
Komal, I'm sure.
So the challenge is really the destination. When I came here 5 years ago, you have airline and destination, but Jordan is what could drive demand. And Jordan today most probably is one of the most hidden gems. It's 4 hours from Europe, it's 4 or 5 hours from India. And Jordan never had more than 1.1 million non-Arab visitors, which is close to nothing. So that's why the focus is on repositioning Jordan as a modern, contemporary, and truly authentic Arabian destination. That's the big difference to, let's say, other countries in the region. And so Explore Jordan is really the driver. Now, midterm and long term.
Yeah, no, Komal isn't. That's what she's pitching all the time for Jordan as a destination and Royal Jordan as a carrier. Jordan can be a very good place for MICE as well for Indian marriages, Indian fat marriages, right? Do you have special offers for group people who want to go in groups or for these things? Have you got any plans to capture that particular part? And what are the offerings?
Yeah, we have very attractive offers. First of all, we work with every tour operator or OTA in India. We work with every DMC in Jordan as well. And we are filing very, very attractive package prices, IT fares. So if you book a hotel and so on, your flight price is extremely, extremely subsidized and low. Number two is Explore Jordan as a first digital packaging platform will go live in October, where for the first time we can sell B2C and B2B to the Indian market packages which are newly designed for Jordan. And be it MICE, be it the traditional cultural stuff, we will do as well new packages, which would put Amman on the map, a beautiful city which is the most unknown capital in the Middle East. If we are honest, nobody knows Amman. Amman now, for example, we have the best weather in the region and even better than Europe. I was in Europe last week. I mean, it's getting ultra hot, while in Amman we have hot days with 30 degrees and cool nights with around 20, 25 or 22 degrees, because Amman is 800 meters on altitude. And people don't know that. So even the weather is inviting to visit. So we will do a variety of packages to reposition Jordan and to get different segments, not just MICE and weddings, but as well young people, adventure tourism, nightlife tourism, culinary tourism, lifestyle tourism, sport tourism, all kind of things, which we are focusing, obviously, from different source markets, from Europe, US, Asia, and even Africa.
What, for my benefits of my viewers, please tell us what destination your connect is of now, and what are the plans, additional Indian cities, Royal Jordanians evaluating to add in near future?
So first of all, we want to increase Mumbai as soon as possible and make it really a strong gateway. We have as well a good cooperation with Air India in terms of connectivity and interline from any Indian port. There are connectivities given with Air India. Obviously, the second destination in India is logically New Delhi, which we are looking and analyzing. I would say as soon as the geopolitical situation here calms down, definitely New Delhi will be on. And yeah, these are the two main markets, and then we will see how tourism develops. And of course, then we are always open to further non-stop routes. But with Mumbai right now, we are already connecting to the entire Indian market, and we are able to sell packages for Jordan from any single Indian airport.
What are the plans to establish Jordan as a year-round destination?
Jordan is a year-round destination already, but it's unknown. Okay, the awareness of Jordan is super, super low. That's why through an enormous marketing campaign, which will start in October, November, targeting the US, Europe, and even Asia, we are starting really to promote the destination through Explore Jordan. RJ is there in the middle, but it's all about the destination. And we are bringing influencers, all kind of stuff. So the focus will be on the marketing side as a next step to promote the destination and to hopefully achieve the same success in India, which Vietnam, for example, benefited from at that time, where today a lot of Indians are visiting Vietnam. And I think Jordan can follow on the same pace.
Absolutely, Mr. Karim. I think the next big destination for Indians after Vietnam will be Jordan. Yeah. Jordan is on everyone's mind. Everyone wants to book, but only the geopolitical situation.
Yeah.
And the moment it gets signed, we will make it the #1 destination. Mr. Sharma, any questions?
Yeah. So Karim, beyond Petra, because what people are talking of, we are also talking Petra. From Wadi Rum to Dead Sea to wellness, there's a lot to offer in Jordan. Culture, heritage, adventure, right? What is the need of the hour is to push it to the trade and to the public. And
honestly, I love Petra and I love the 7 world UNESCO sites. We have 7 world UNESCO sites in a small country, which from one end to the other is 5 hours. But what I don't like is that all this tremendous heritage is taking away the focus of the emotional side of Jordan and Jordanians. For me, as a foreigner in this country, I have to say, and who lived in 8 countries, in Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Middle East, Gulf, I have to say that Jordan is so sympathetic. Yeah, it's so. Jordanians are a young nation, young people. They are very friendly people. Okay, they are. It's a developing country, and with Explore Jordan, we want to shed light on really the emotional part of Jordan and Jordanians. So having all the heritage is one thing, but we are showing, for example, that we have 2 winemakers. People don't believe that in an Arab country you do wine since over 45 years. Yeah,
I visited a wine cellar.
Yeah, exactly.
Wine factory. I visited. Mr. Karim was gracious enough to take 9 media to a wine. We couldn't visit a vineyard, but we visited a wine factory where the wine was produced and also sourced and also bottled and also aged. And it was one of the most spectacular experiences that the media enjoyed, Anil.
Yeah, so it's unexpected, right?
I'm waiting for an invite to do a film on this.
You're waiting for an invite. You have the man himself over here.
Of course, anytime you're invited.
I'll tell you.
We have beautiful restaurants from
Mr. Karim, I would like to tell you.
Fine dining.
I'd like to tell you, we are the only 24/7 digital TV of India. We are on 2 OTT platforms. We are on IPTV in Canada. We are on Cloud TV.
Oh, wow.
And we are the only radio across globe 24/7 dedicated to travel and tourism.
Mr. Sharma, we haven't done a FAM for a few months, and I think hopefully in the next 2 to 3 months, Mr. Karim will finalize
anytime.
and we will make a group FAM happen.
Yeah, even if he wants to come by himself, you are anytime invited.
I will.
For us, it's super easy because the country is small. So within 4 or 5 days, you will get a variety of impressions which are unknown. That's the most important thing.
Sure.
I mean, if you go to Istanbul or to Dubai or Cairo, you know what will expect you. If you come to Amman, you have no bloody clue what is there. Yeah? And therefore, Explore Jordan is repositioning Jordan as a modern, contemporary, truly authentic Arabian destination where we have culinary, we have art, we have 21 art galleries. And let's be honest, the Arabs are not associated typically to art, but this is so interesting to see street art, to see modern art. I took with me a contemporary dancer, a beautiful young lady, to Vienna to perform. The audience was just impressed that Arabs can do that. So art and lifestyle is unbelievable. The weather is unique. We have the Dead Sea is by itself. Only if you inhale the air, it has direct impact on the oxygen level of your blood. So lots of things which are unknown, and that's the issue of awareness. So we are provoking with the Explore Jordan the other facts than heritage, because heritage is so cool and interesting, but 1,000-year-old stones are not as interesting as tattooed people or as graffiti in Amman, which is art, street art, which is allowed there, or as beautiful restaurants, which you don't expect. So many things, and Explore Jordan is based on 9 pillars. Even the Christian stuff. Faith tourism is so important. 5 out of the top 10 Vatican sites are in Jordan. The baptism site. Well, in 2030, it will be 2,000 years jubilee of the baptism of Jesus Christ, right? So, and these things are unknown, and Explore Jordan will make sure that the people will really be provoked to engage with this other Jordan, which is not a museum or a heritage thing. So it's really something between Europe and the Middle East, which is living and which has emotions. And I think people will be surprised to come here and visit.
Jacob, my last question is, where do you see Royal Jordanian Airlines next 5 years in terms of fleet, destination, passengers numbers?
The best
I'm very
question.
happy that the airline is growing. When I came 5 years ago, I made a plan for 42 aircrafts. Now I made a plan for 52 aircrafts by 2032. So we are already preparing the next order of aircrafts for the next 5 years beyond 2028. And this is Royal Jordanian, an airline which will have around 50 to 60 aircraft and which will be able to triple the number of tourists into Jordan. That's my vision and my dream. And I have to say that's not very typical airline, because airlines always take care of themselves. Airlines don't care about tourism normally that much. But for this country, in this situation, I think the airline has to serve the country and has to change the tourism parameter, because fact is that Jordan depends 17 to 18% of its GDP on tourism. So every 5th to 6th Jordanian depends directly or indirectly on tourism. So there's no oil, there's no gas. And I'm very, very committed to change the tourism landscape of Jordan through the airline. And this is where the airline becomes an ancillary to the tourism strategy. And that's very unique. Even in the 8-9 airlines I worked for, I have to say I'm doing here stuff which I didn't do before, but it works, and I'm very happy.
I 100% agree with you, Karim. In India, they're saying, if you want to win a man, the way goes through mouth. It is bad. And when you want to promote a destination, the way goes through connectivity. And that's perfectly right. Now some quick question personal. What is your favorite destination across globe?
It's very difficult. I'm a big Asia fan. I love India. I love the Indian food. I love Thailand as well. I love Japan. For me, Asia is I have to say, I love it because it's so authentic and it's so different.
I'll make it easy for you. If you want to take a rest, right, for like, yeah, with the family, where would you like to go? With the family.
And it's so difficult. It depends on the time of the year and so on. But again, I mean, for resting, definitely, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Asia again is interesting. Maybe Maldives, maybe India, maybe Malaysia as well. I mean, I always like the variety. It's not one destination. I mean, there's so many criteria. It's very difficult, especially if you travel the whole world. And I'm since over 32 years in aviation. It is so difficult to pick just one. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely in your area.
Thank you very much. It was really nice talking to you.
Welcome to the future of global tourism. Connect with premium partners worldwide. Register today for Global Tourism Connect.